me just unmute Megan so you guys can hear her. So, alright, there we go. Megan, you can say hi. Megan? Can you hear me, Megan? Hello? Why can't she hear me? Megan?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, there you go. Oh, were you muted also? Okay, well, that explains
Hold on
it.
a second. You keep disappearing.
Oh,
Are we live?
we are live. Oh, do you mean like I'm
That is
disappearing
strange. I'm not sure.
because of the Zoom background? Because I'm hanging out with spiders or not spiders. See, I you guys were talking about spiders and I'm thinking about spiders. I meant tigers, the lesser of two evils.
I
Actually,
think
I
my
love
headphones are
tigers.
going out. I think they're like on their
Oh,
last legs, so they're kind of like cutting in and out. If anybody
uh-oh.
has recommendations on good new headsets, let me know.
Uh-oh. So, you can't hear me or you can hear
Yeah,
me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool.
Sorry.
All right. Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So obviously we are here for the Tomb Raider Underworld playthrough stream, and we have 5 streamers joining with us today. So just to give you a quick rundown, Megan and I are just going to show like a few teasers. We have kind of like a preview of the 2013 TR 2013 reimagined art, and we have some previews of like the kind of content we're going to be showing throughout the month. Um, and then we are going to be rating Tyranita first, who will be starting us off. Um, and after her will be. See, I'm like blanking on thinking of the order, but after her will be Lomadaya, Headter, or Hetty, as you guys know him, Wawa Croft, and then Calypso's Games. So that's our
Yay.
schedule for for today. But yeah, Calypso's will be streaming the DLCs, so we're showing those as well, and that's exciting. But yeah, so before we get into the little bit of teasers, Megan and I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update on where we are with some of the content, because I know some of you have noticed like, hey, where are those cosplay guides and stuff like that. So yeah, that stuff is still coming. Our team has just been swamped, but Megan, if you want, you can jump
Yeah,
in.
it's just there's so much going on right now, and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Like we mentioned, we do have some fun community initiatives planned for oh my God, this month, not next month. It's October
It
now.
is October. It is October.
So some of
Yeah.
those things have been taking a little bit more of our time. I know Neha is working really hard on extra life stuff, and that is like that's a whole bundle of work and so on. So some of the things like the cosplay guides and a few of other things have fallen off onto the back burner, but we're catching up on them and prioritizing what we think you guys are going to be most excited about. So
Yep.
and when it comes to like digitize, when it comes to digitizing assets, so we I just that has gone out the window for the most part. Like there are certain things, like I think I mentioned this to you guys, I found with the help of like an IT archivist, like I don't know, archaeologist, we found like this old server where a lot of our assets were, and it included a bunch of like classic core assets that I've never seen before. So I gave up on the tapes for now because this stuff is more readily available, and I think there's a lot more interesting stuff there, and it's a little bit more easy to know what it is versus having to just send off these tapes and hope I get something. So that just means that we're just gonna have a bunch of other stuff popping up next year. So we'll just have a lot of really interesting content randomly being dropped next year. I'm not giving up on it, but there's just cool stuff that I'm focusing on right now that actually is on this super secret server that like I think I'm the only one on the team that has
Super
access
secret.
to it. So
Wow. I see how it is. No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
I had to get special permission to access it. So
Oh,
yeah, so lots of stuff still coming, which is exciting.
yeah. Cool. So, let's jump into some of the teasers. But yeah, basically, we still have some content coming out for Underworld and Legend. But we'll be officially kicking off TR 2013 celebrations, or at the end of next week. We're going to be posting the reimagined art like on Friday. So But yeah,
Give the legend art a little bit more time to shine. Did you guys all see the legend art? Isn't it amazing? And did you see the little 25 that she snuck in with the vines? It's so cool.
yeah. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you check out the Tomb Raider Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook because the Legend reimagined art is there. All right, so for teasers, we're starting off. Like I said, this is kind of a preview of what the TR 2013 content will be this month. So I'm gonna pop up the first image, and Megan will be speaking to all these.
Yeah, so I know a lot of you guys have been asking about Ascension stuff like crazy. So I basically pulled together this massive folder and ran it by Noah and Brennick Adams and so on for some additional context around them. So we're in the process of this is even a preview for Tina. Tina, here's some of the stuff that we're gonna be sending to you to edit last minute. Thank you. We love you. So yeah, so like it's really cool to see some of the Ascension branding. Go ahead. Neha, you can go to the next one. Yeah, it's amazing to see how far they got with
All right.
naming it Ascension before they, moved on to just deciding to call it just Tomb Raider. But yeah, it's super cool to see some of these things. I don't know.
These next three images are they by a specific artist? The one that we're labeled.
Some of these, they're either Bren or Brandon Russell. I
Okay.
can't tell.
So
Let's see.
this is the one where Lara's hanging off a ledge, and and then she's holding on to someone.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
think a lot of you guys have seen this piece, but I don't know if you've seen it with the girl. So this is like early. There was some before they really narrowed in on the origin story, and Lara needing to be alone to kind of go through that origin story. There was like a potential, yeah, Izumi. There was a potential co-op element with it with this young girl who was super cool. And yeah, so we've got some shots of Izumi, which is really neat.
Yep. Let
Um,
me show the next one. So this is another Izumi one. Looks like they're uh in front of some sort of monster or something.
yeah,
Big
all of you
rock
guys know that
dude.
like they had some crazy fun coming up with a lot of intense monsters before they decided that maybe they went a little too like horror and it was getting a little bit too far away from Tomb Raider roots. So they pulled back a little bit. But it's so funny because the names that they have for them, I'm actually going to see if we can name them in the videos with the hilarious like behind the scenes names. Like they're so funny. And so we it's not loading for me, so I can't see it. But
It's
I think this is one with her in front of the monster. Is Izumi in the
yeah.
background
Izumi's
summoning something?
kind of like holding up a sword or something.
Yeah. So you
And
can
that's
see
what they are.
there,
Yeah.
just super cool.
All right. And then this is the last Izumi one.
Izumi Protect.
Is Izumi nature. So this is like some sort of treant kind of monster that
Yeah, I
she's
forget his name, but
she's
it's something like something Tree Man. They just called him Tree Man, which is hilarious. And Izumi's in the background controlling some nature and stuff. You can tell like Lara with the orange shirt is kind of where they were exploring the co-op angle, and once her the shirt color evolved, it's when they decided on the origin story and leaving her having her be isolated and alone a little bit more. I refreshed my Twitch, so now I can see the screens again. It loaded up again. My internet is like, nope, you haven't had enough coffee. So yeah, some of these are really interesting to see, and we'll definitely try to have. We are still working on a Tomb Raider Underworld interview. We'll be talking to Cam Yu, and we're trying to get another special guest. We're trying to get, yeah. I don't want to say just in case he can't make it. I don't want to give him
yeah.
pressure, but yeah, we're trying to get another special guest to talk about Tomb Raider Underworld, and then I think we'll try to get Bren and Noah, and maybe even see if we can get Brian Horton back to talk about the reboot. I know you guys would all love to hear from him.
Yep. All right. Last teaser is our a little teaser of the TR 2013 reimagined art. So some of you may have already seen this because the artist who is legendary, very well known, especially if you play Final Fantasy games. He did post this teaser himself on his Twitter account, or whoever runs his account posted it,
And the
because
teaser was pretty much the whole image, but that's okay. We were
so
like, play by your own rules because you're a legend. So yeah,
remember how I told you guys during one of the streams, like I should add a counter for the amount of times I've heard Megan say digitize.
Yeah.
I should also have a counter for how many times I've heard her giddily like tell, like super excited about, oh my god, ever since I joined Crystal Dynamics, I've been trying to get this artist to draw Lara. So,
Yeah.
this is super exciting for her, but let me pull up the teaser. Um,
Seriously, I tried to make this happen for the 15-year anniversary. Oh my God, sorry, donut.
you actually squeed. Oh my god. But yeah, so I'm sure just based on what you can see of the face, you will know who this is because, like I said, he is a pretty famous artist, especially for the Final Fantasy franchise. And he has never drawn Lara Croft before, so it's pretty big for us.
Yeah,
So
I know. Neha and I had to put together like a deck. Well, Neha put together a deck, and then we presented it like at 10 p.m. one night with interpreters and all this kind of stuff, and it was really intense. And but we basically gave this person, we gave him like the rundown, and then said, "Go do." And so you can definitely see the TR 2013 elements, but there's also a lot of the artist in here. All right, someone put in chat. Who knows what it is?
Someone put it in chat so that we're not the first to say his name. Come on. I know you guys know who this is, or at least some of you know.
Y'all know.
Yeah. Uh, let's see. No, it is not Tetsuya Nomura.
You're on the right track, though.
Wow, I'm surprised people didn't, or I'm surprised I didn't see more immediate guesses because the facial. Yes, there you go.
Amano!
Yay, Lara Croft for Smash, always coming in clutch. But yes, the artist is Yoshitaka Amano. Who you guys, like I said, have seen so much concept art from, and his art is featured on a lot of like covers and promotional materials and stuff like that. So really, really crazy. But yeah, that is the artist. Oh, and just for some background on Amano, for those of you that don't know, so he was one of like two artists for this year who did not do a digital art piece. He only paints. He only physically paints on a canvas, and so the way we had to get his image was like a more elaborate process of like a high quality
industrial scanner.
Yeah, like a high quality you know shot and scan basically. So this is all like hand drawn by him because that's the only way he does his art. So yeah.
Yeah. So, and also just like a little, we can just give a tiny update on this. It's exciting. So like everybody's going to have a chance to buy prints of these for a charity initiative at the end of the year. We've been talking about this. It might not be the end of the year. It might be early January, just because holidays are kind of hard to kick things off. A lot of companies are on a much needed break and so on. But we found an amazing printer company that is giving us a phenomenal rate. So the hope is that we can actually offer it's going to end up being about 15 prints for like a very affordable rate that will still allow us to make pretty darn big donations to the charity we're looking at. So yeah, so the goal is we have the full TR 2013, we have Rise, we have Shadow. We did just find an amazing artist. It's very, very unique style for LC Guardian of Light. And the artist for LC2 is someone recognizable in the Tomb Raider fandom that I think people are going to love. Yeah, so I think we have 5 left.
Technically 6, right? Because you want to give an update about one of the games. Yeah, so we also have, I've seen a lot of people ask about this, but yes, there is still going to be an Angel of Darkness piece coming out.
Oh, yeah,
Because during Angel of Darkness month, we had 4 fan artists basically in the community do covers for us, and that's because the original artists, like, we didn't really have a timeline. Their schedule is crazy. So Megan has been working hard looking for another cool artist. So that is
so basically I'll give like a little bit more context because I don't mind being completely honest, because I took a gamble. This artist, this completely legendary artist who I still hope to work with, was very interested, but they got very busy, and I took a gamble on waiting for them, and I'm still taking a gamble on waiting for them. However, I'm gonna commission another artist just to be safe. So y'all might end up with like a ton of Angel of Darkness art, but that's fine. That's fine. So
Yeah.
this artist who can definitely deliver by the end of the year is going to be so phenomenal. And then if this other artist who works is more in gaming, this new artist does not do gaming, and it's just so cool. They do very traditional, beautiful art. And so if this other legendary artist is able to fit us in, then we will just end up with more art than we intended, which is just a-okay. So you'll definitely have AOD art by the end of the year. If we don't get this original artist, then we'll find a way to collaborate with them in the future. They're just insanely busy, and yeah, so we will. Y'all end up with a lot of AOD art, which is just fine.
Yep, I know people aren't gonna have complaints about that.
I know,
So
right?
the chat is already saying like more. There's never too much AOD art, right?
Yep,
There's never too
exactly.
much. There's never too much any Tomb Raider art, honestly. So, and that's all because of you guys. But yeah, so that kind of concludes our pre stream, pre game, whatever you want to call it. And we're actually going to be ending today with the last segment, so that's eclipses on the DLCs, just because we don't have anything else to show. So Megan and I will obviously be on stream with the other streamers. We'll be on voice, we'll be in chat, and we'll still be talking to you guys throughout the day. But yeah, so thank you for joining us. Let me get ready to raid Tyranita. I think she's already live. Um, Make sure you guys pop in and give all the streamers some love today. Let me see, where is it? All right, let's see. Okay. All right, getting ready to raid Tyranita.
Let's raid! Yay!
So yeah, we'll see you guys soon on just chatting and stuff like that. Thank you for joining us. Hope you guys have fun, and we will see you next time.
See you soon. Bye bye.